Will our marriage survive 100 days of Stardew Valley?
I'm warning you now,
Yes,
I'm
love.
going to have a duck army. I guess we're starting with chickens, so I'll have a small chicken army to begin with, but I will have a duck army by the end.
Hello, lovers and fighters. Thank you for joining us. We are the Cozy Couple, and welcome to our unmodded Stardew Valley playthrough.
As you're watching, you may notice some funny or concerning behavior.
We're here to enjoy the new patch with you. We're going in blind, and we hope you enjoy.
We started on the new Meadowlands farm, which meant we started with 2 chickens. We then immediately fawned over the new UI changes because, well, they're new and shiny. Oh, wait, you can see the animal?
This is different too. This is different, right? This is different.
After we regained our composure, Xavier kissed his chickies for the first time, and we both worked to clean up the farm. I made a chest, took my first of many naps, and Xavier ran to town to buy and plant some seeds.
We spent some time exploring the map and looking for Grandpappy's shrine. By 5 o'clock, Angela took her second nap of the day, and I found the cave. Despite our old age, we both stayed up until almost midnight. Day 2. We both received a letter we didn't read before moving on with our day. Angela continued to clear the farm while I gave my chickies their good morning kiss and watered the crops.
I went and picked up my fishing rod and was reminded how difficult and time-consuming fishing is early game. Xavier pulled on his extrovert pants and started making friends around the town before discovering a new dig spot which gave us carrots, obviously my new favorite crop.
After a discussion about the pros and cons of hoarding, Angela made a second chest to accommodate her unnecessary addiction before having the world's worst bedtime snack.
Sorts of things. There's like
Yeah,
2
but I'm
fish
talking about-
recipes.
But like,
Oh no.
take a chop.
Oh
What did
no.
you just eat?
Nothing.
You eat sap?
Yeah.
Serves you right. Day 3, surprise! It rained! Even bigger surprise, the chickies grew up, which means eggs.
Having it rain made us realize that we don't have any hay to feed our chickies, and we need to speedrun a silo because Marnie price gouges and skips work. I went fishing while Xavier started his hunt for clay, and while he was out, Xavier made a quick pit stop to donate our first museum item. While Xavier was digging through the trash, I fished up a river jelly and then a very generous bullhead, which I thought warranted building another chest for, not because I have a problem or anything.
Angela went ahead and planted our mixed seeds to take advantage of the free watering, and just so happened to get the first clay we need for our silo. We ended the day with us both cleaning up the farm.
Day 4, we both started out watering our crops before heading our separate ways so Xavier could kiss his chickies in private. I fished a bit more while Xavier continued to clean up the farm. We're making progress as the chaos is now reduced to the outer edges of our farm. It's been confirmed, I'm a fisherman. Once my inventory was full, I had to make the long trek back to the farm to drop off my catches, and Xavier continued to play nice with the neighbors while simultaneously digging through their trash. We ended the night as all old married couples do, by fighting.
Pause, please pause. Oh, it's too late. No.
After going to bed angry, Xavier asked for a divorce by picking both of our brand new carrots right in front of my face.
My dumpster diving paid off today with a delicious meal that had been sitting out all day in the hot garbage, which can only be good for you. Consult your physician before making changes to your diet.
And then it was time to enter the mines, where I walked all the way over to before realizing I forgot my tools. As I was walking back to the mines with a pickaxe and perhaps another chest, Xavier unlocked the community center.
Let the games begin.
I continued on to the mines while Xavier tried to read gibberish and we both tried to speak Junimo.
That what Junimos sound like? I thought it was more like wah 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 wah.
I don't know if you would expect this or not, but I am not the world's greatest fighter. My life was threatened by 2 slimes that backed me into a corner, and the game rewarded me for keeping my composure by allowing me to henceforth collect ladders.
And I came to rescue Angela so that she would stop screaming and terrorizing our neighbors. Murdering in tandem is so much more romantic, don't you think?
With our powers combined, and definitely not me hiding in the corner desperately clinging to life, we made it to level 10.
Someone made one more chest, and we made it to bed safe and sound. Day 6, we both woke up face first to a wandering Clint, who just had to say hi.
Hi. How are you?
Hi, how are ya?
you?
Today's marriage lesson. SpongeBob only makes you stronger. After that unsuspected wake-up call, we watered our plants and partied with the wizard. Angela started a fishing club while I turned in our first community bundle. With our powers combined, we both planted spring seeds and cleaned up the farm a bit.
Xavier decided to assert his dominance over Clint by building a furnace without looking at the instructions. And it worked, you guys! Instructions who? Xavier lamented the fact that we only had one clay for our silo, so he went hoeing around on the beach, something he promised not to do anymore, but I'll make an exception this one time. At the risk of passing out on the beach, Xavier found 2 more clay for our silo, an exciting achievement. That night, I hit level 3 fishing. The fishing club worked, you guys!
Sunday morning, day 7, and we began by binging the Great British Bake Off. After watching one too many dessert fails, we went about our day and the potatoes were ready.
I don't know what Xavier is doing with his chickies, but apparently he's learning a lot. I took a load of items for drop-off at the community center, and Xavier built a bridge on the beach. I sold a few potatoes to buy the green bean and cauliflower seeds we need for our community bundles, and Xavier endeared himself to Pierre's daughter, playing the long con so we can get a family discount.
We spent another afternoon clearing the farm, and with that, we finished our first week on the farm. We celebrated by getting level 1 farm.
Day 8 starts out with Xavier smooching his chickens and I watered the plants.
We are continuing to prep for our silo, so I panicked about the clay we need while Angela started smelting the copper bars.
I panicked about the difficulty of early game fishing while Xavier hoed the same spot on the beach over and over, just begging Papa Ape to grant us a clay. He must have felt bad for us because he graced Xavier with 4 clays, more than doubling our current clay count.
I did some light midnight hoeing and snagged 1 more clay. That's 8.
A fresh new day greeted us on day 9. I started the morning watering our crops, while Xavier destroyed the aesthetic of our farm in hopes for 2 more clay.
Angela went to hoard more fish while I donated more items to the museum. After that, I spent my day panicking about feeding my children and tried to hoe clay at the beach, but was unsuccessful despite sacrificing my entire energy bar. Angela did a good enough job fishing that the water spirits took pity on her struggling self and whispered that they will share their secrets when she dreams tonight.
And it worked, you guys. I am now a faithful follower of the Stardew fish gods.
Day 10 started with some sprinkles and kisses before Angela headed up for a mine day. I found the final clay and headed up to beg Robin to make us a silo. She said yes, took almost all our valuables, and soon we won't have to worry about our chickies starving if it rains. We spent the evening with me catching my first fish and Angela tidying up the farm, Marie Kondo style. Day 11, Robin lost her axe, which isn't really my top priority right now, but I'll find it eventually. Robin also watched over us like a mother hen as we watered our plants and checked our chickies.
I decided to help out the town by accepting a quest to slay rock crabs. I should have known better. While I did my absolute best with a level 1 sword, Xavier fished on the beach and caught our first sea jelly. I was swarmed by my fans in the mines, despite asking for some personal space, and luckily was led to my first rock eye for the Help Wanted quest. It was even the best type of rock eye, one that gives me a crab. Yay! Unfortunately today, I learned a very valuable lesson: bombs destroy earth crystals.
What, you're just gonna walk right past that earth crystal? Come on, I need those.
I have no space.
My mayonnaise.
I'm so sorry.
I double-checked my help quest progress, and then on my way home, I saw a possum for the first time. Day 12 is the day before the spring festival, so after morning chores, I parted ways with as much as I could so we could purchase the ultimate spring crop, strawberries.
I decided to fill our new silo with green grass. Angela dropped off her fresh rock guy crab at the community center before going back to the mines to finish up the help quest. I joined her in the mines as her bodyguard, and we found the remaining 2 rock guys.
I didn't realize I'd have to talk to Demetrius to complete the quest, and we just missed him for the night, devastating me and causing me to boycott helping anyone again in the future.
At least we made 500 gold.
Day 13, I woke up to all the forage ready on the day of the flower festival.
Angela pre-watered her strawberry seeds while I set up the chickies and chests for their eggs. Then Angela and I were those people who wait outside the store until it opens. Oof, it's unfortunate, but a farmer's gotta do what a farmer's gotta do.
I bought all the strawberries I could afford while Xavier stole the egg hunt out from under me. It's been a traumatic couple days for me. I planted my strawberries before going to bed in my separate house.
Day 14, we skimmed the Queen of Sauce before starting our morning chores. I continued to cut down the green grass, and Angela helped clean up some of the debris around the farm. This tired Angela out very quickly, so she took a nap while I put down 2 fresh carrots.
Xavier continued his vendetta against Greengrass, and I supported him as best I could. Overall, it was a quick day to end our second week on the farm. Week 3 started out with a smooch and a sprinkle, then I kindly made Xavier some mayonnaise machines because I am a big girl farmer at level 3.
Meanwhile, I cleared some rocks on the farm. Angela turned in a cauliflower in the community center before meeting up with me at the mines. It's salmonberry season, so Angela begged me to grab some on the way there.
We putzed around the mines, and the game today loved me. We hit the 5-floor checkpoint, so we did a quick inventory reset, so we continued on, and Papa Ape again blessed me with ladders.
Since we got those 5 floors so quickly, we thought we'd roll the dice and do 5 more. I'm not sure what the luck was today, but historically in our runs, the game favors Angela a lot. These were the scary floors, which meant there was a slight chance Angela would scream at a skeleton. By level 35, we were both low on energy, so we took what we could from our chests and headed home. A mine-heavy day and in bed by 11.
Day 16, it was raining, so we had a quick start at the mines while picking up a few salmonberries on the way. I did check the luck today, and it was slightly good luck. Fantastic. Now every morning, in addition to kissing the chickies, Xavier turns the eggs into mayonnaise.
We continued moving through the horror floors and were focused on gathering copper. We escaped the dark floors and made it to Iceland, and we decided we'd try for 5 more floors here and see if we might grab some iron. We made it safely to floor 45 and headed home in the pouring rain. After our mine day, we organized our haul at home.
We mined enough copper to upgrade 1 tool each, so I smelted the bars while we debated which tools we were going to send to Clint. Double level.
Day 17, we adopted a dog. While Angela casually watered her plants in the background, we spent a solid minute deciding what to name our dog before deciding on Bolt.
With our significantly improved family, I dropped off the missing green bean for a community center bundle, and we met up at the mines. Mid-morning rendezvous? Yes. Marriage lesson number 2. Gotta keep it spicy. In the mines, we were manifesting bats for some reason.
We made it to level 50 and went back home for the day. We putzed around a bit before I had to go help Angela collect Robin's axe as her inventory was full. Order.
Xavier sold his mayonnaise so we could purchase our first tool upgrades, which I had doubted would be enough money, and Xavier was very happy to prove me wrong.
Day 18. We did our morning chores, which now includes checking on our best boy, Bolt.
Xavier stood waiting for a married woman to let him into her house. Should I be concerned? Apparently, he has an axe to give her. It was my turn to enter the museum, so I gifted Gunther an artifact before Xavier and I bombarded Clint with tools we needed upgraded stat.
This is a life or death situation.
I saw Robin needed some stone, and this seemed like something I could handle, so I agreed to help her out. I bought some seeds from Pierre, and Xavier very kindly planted them for me while I rushed to pick up 25 stone for Robin. I was able to pick up the stone I needed and completed 2 quests for her before unintentionally gifting her a rock that immediately made her question our friendship.
Ma'am! Oh my god, Robin. Why do we have to be enemies this way?
We took a quick nap at 6 before I clothed our dog. We ended the day with some night fishing and some farm cleanup. Day 19. One of us woke up to cookies.
And the other one woke up to cold, hard cash. Oh, and Jody asked for a cauliflower.
We started on our morning chores and giving our good boys some head pats.
Xavier camped outside of another married lady's house, and I'm beginning to wonder if our marriage is in danger. I mean, once is an accident, but twice is a pattern. While I was back on the farm, holding down the fort, Xavier gave Jody his cauliflower. I was understandably suspicious, so I went over to Jody and told her if she needs any more cauliflower, she can ask me. I have cauliflower. This is me asking you to be a girl's girl, Jody. Please, think of the Pilates.
I spent our life savings on one battery.
There was a very unhappy fish at the beach, so I did my best to put him out of his misery, and Xavier went to the mines in search of a fire quartz.
I found a special slime and it ended his life for a magnet ring. Nice. We haven't quite made it to the fire floors, but another elevator stop is good enough for today.
While Xavier was out of the house, I took the time to do something. Something bad. I started my tree farm.
How many are you planting? That's it. That's all you get. Already too many. I completed the sap bundle and we unlocked the bulletin board. Day 20, it's the weekend. Papa Ape was smiling down upon us as our tools were ready and it was raining.
I quietly wondered if I'm relieved or not that Xavier was waiting on a man this morning, but I think it's fine. I picked up my axe and did a community center turn-in, while Xavier learned that it is most definitely not a mine day.
I haggled off our outdated weapons, then we spat in the face of gender norms while Angela hunted out fish while I foraged. Patriarchy, schmatriarchy.
Xavier decided it was time to sell some things, and I graciously parted with 8 whole fish.
There. 8 fish.
Day 21, it was raining, but more importantly, the bookseller was in town. Angela did a quick community center donation while I went hunting for the book boy. After fawning over a new game mechanic, Angela set up some crab pots and I went to check on the traveling cart.
My strawberries were done, so I harvested those really quickly and then ran to give Robin a green bean for a quest while Xavier chopped down some trees. I caught a couple more fish while Xavier hunted for worms before playing an arcade game like a maniac, and we called it a day.
Day 22 started out with a smooch and a splash before we made our way to the mines, where we only made it down 5 floors before we were exhausted and dying. It must have been bad luck, so we went to bed nice and early around 8 o'clock.
Day 23, I checked the TV before going to the mines, and it was very bad luck. After we drenched our chickens and plants in love and water, we went back to the mines, but at least we knew going in it was going to be bad luck.
We were still trying to get to the fire floors, and we forgot that levels 70-80 were more ice floors. So we went to bed even earlier, so I could become a mining master.
Day 24, and my potatoes were ready. So were my tulips for Evelyn. Tulips stack in the worst way possible, so I needed to make a flower chest to organize everything.
It was the flower dance, so we argued over who would dance with who, and had a sweet time being completely underdressed and slightly making up the moves.
After dancing the day away, we went to bed and I gained a level in farming.
Day 25, and the bookseller was back. Angela had her last harvest of strawberries, and that marked the end of the crop season for our first spring.
Xavier, like the history buff he is, went to the museum first thing in the morning, and I made a quick gifts chest. Xavier went to the mines while I picked up a quest to go fishing.
I made it down 5 more floors and drank my first mayonnaise, before making a quick stop at the community center on my way home.
Once it got dark, Willie watched over me while I was fishing, and it was so nice. My little fishing uncle making sure I'm safe. Thanks, Willie. You're my new favorite character. I caught the last fish I needed for my quest and was gifted one of the new books. And you guys, I learned a new power. Happy Friday, it's raining, and Clint is desperate for some ore.
I went to get a steel axe upgrade so we could get into the secret forest, and Angela ran to check if the traveling cart had anything we needed. It didn't.
I finished Demetrius's quest and gifted him a strawberry. And in return, he spilled some hot goss on Robin, which only made me respect her more. And I got a prize ticket.
Angela and I went to the mines so she could help out Clint, and I could continue progressing to the fire floors. Fire quartz, here we come.
I found the last copper I needed and walked dramatically home in the pouring rain while Xavier sat dry and warm at home in front of the fire snuggling Bolt. With the last of my waning strength, I crawled to the community center and finished a bundle to unlock the broiler room. Desert, here we come.
After trying to regain the love of our dog, good luck, I found a trash-producing trash can. Booyah!
I flashed Clint the fresh copper ore I dug up and then went over to the mayor's house to see what this ticket do. I got summer squash, and I have mixed feelings about the ticket reward concept, but overall, I was going to help these people anyway, so an extra bonus isn't something I'm upset about.
We went to the fire floors and knocked out 10 levels, and on level 87, we finally got a fire quartz. Back at home, I discovered what the magic trash can does. It's an infinite magic trash lamp. Score. Sunday, day 28, is the last day of spring. Our axe is ready and Angela started prepping for summer by crafting sprinklers and laying down an alien-esque hoe pattern. Google's what does it mean when your wife digs weird. I checked the witch's traveling cart and picked up my steel axe before we both went to check out the secret woods.
I spent the day smelting, and that brings us to the end of spring. New season, new me, day 29, and I started prepping for new seeds.
I went to the mines while Angela went shopping at Pierre's for some seeds of the season.
One, to never learn my lesson. I bought too many and panicked over how I would have the time and energy to plant and water everything. But with a midnight snack and the help of my hubster, we got it all done. Day 30, and it was the best day ever because I didn't have to water the plants. So instead, I went fishing on the beach to try to get some of the summer fish.
I went to the mines to continue my way to the bottom and had an unfortunate luck as an infested floor. Rough. I did make it down 5 floors to level 100 and was rewarded with my first star drop. 20 floors to go until I reached the bottom.
I did a quick run to the community center to complete 2 bundles and met up with Xavier for date night, and we went fishing. Day 31, and Mayor Lewis sent us a fetch quest that I have absolutely no interest and will not be thinking about for quite some time. One of my plants was struck by lightning during yesterday's storm, and I was once again faced with the immediate regret of planting so many seeds.
I went off to the mines after telling Bolt to keep Angela company and cheer her on.
Once I was finished and nearly exhausted, I donated our first summer forage while Xavier was outnumbered by mine monsters. Be careful. Clint forgot what copper ore looked like, so I thought I'd lend a hand since I had planned to visit him for some geode crushing anyways. Before that, I hunted some extra forage. There wasn't any. Cleaned up the forest weeds, and I noticed that there was a new seed type. Mixed flower seeds. Very exciting. I planted those because apparently I'm a glutton for punishment. Finally, I went out for a late night mines run to gather fresh copper, and it took me almost an hour to get a single copper ore. Oof.
I made it down 10 floors to level 110, almost there, and went home to find Bolt sleeping on my bed. And I double leveled up.
Sure. Rub it in, why don't you? Day 32, I woke up and booked it to the mines. I've learned my lesson from Demetrius that I need to talk to someone for the quest to count. So I need to collect the rest of the copper for Clint before 4 p.m.
I finished the Summer Forge Community Bundle, then went to the museum, one of my favorite places. Angela found the rest of the copper ore she needed, and went over to Clint's to spend all our savings on opening up geodes. My busy bee wife asked for help watering the plants, and like a good husband,
Xavier was there. Oh, I really appreciate it. Today really got away from me, she said as she sprints home to grab a chest because the single line inventory will not withstand the geode cracking about to commence.
we need 1 iridium ore to finish the minecart bundle, so we're desperately hoping one of our Omni geodes will be nice to us.
And the game loves us. We got an iridium ore on the first geode. I did a couple rounds of cracking geodes before running over to the community center to finish our first room. Very exciting. The Junimos introduced themselves, and they were so happy, which made me so happy. Plus, minecarts. Our lives are about to get so much easier, thank goodness. It's Friday, and I spent the morning watering my crops.
I checked the traveling cart for nothing, and then we headed off to the mine so I can reach the bottom floor and Angela could complete a quest for 2 ghosts.
You guys, the game loved me today. I got a ghost on the first level I went to, and then another ghost on the next one. Since I finished my quest so early, I had time to drop some gifts off to the neighbors. And I even finished cracking the rest of the geodes and dumped 2 loads of minerals off at the museum. I just happened to run into Pierre on my way home, so I gave him his gift as well and picked up another help wanted quest. The wizard gave me a ticket for my ghost reward, and I started working on the next help quest, which was to kill 2 squid boys. This proved very dangerous. My entire health bar was wiped in 1 level.
Meanwhile, I reached the bottom of the mines.
So proud of you, love. I stayed at the mines until midnight, but I couldn't find any squid kids, so I called it a night, hoping that tomorrow would be better. Oh, these minecarts really are so lovely.
Oh, what is that? What? What's going on? What's this? Last night, Mr. Key boxes were unlocked, so I tried seeing if I could find any out in the world. While I was looking for any signs of Mr. Key, Angela headed back to the mines to fight children. Squid kids.
I found one, realized I brought the wrong pickaxe, got the right pickaxe, went back to the mines, found another squid kid, finished the quest, and ran all the way over to the wizard.
Poor little silly wife.
While Xavier picked up the farm, I checked the calendar and gave out my last gift for the week. And Xavier tried to kill me.
It was an accident. Day 35 and the world is green? Alright, who would let Dr. Seuss in here? Weeds and trees went bananas. Trees dropped a new item, moss. We went around trying to save our farm from this unusual infestation, followed by the forest, and it took forever. In the forest, we saw a new and unusual tree,
which just so happened to drop one of my favorite items in the game, fiddlehead ferns.
When it was getting close to evening, we halted our Plants vs. Farmers endeavor to check in on the townsfolk that were taking shelter at Gus's.
We considerately took a help wanted quest and then tried to see if the fish were okay. They seemed alright. Demetrius was outside in a literal hazmat suit, which made me nervous that we might wake up tomorrow with some debuff since we spend all day outside in the green goo. We started our quest on the red slimes, and I am not built for this. We both caught our first slime without too much trouble. My second slime did some decent damage. Okay, I have 3 slimes, and we're getting close to half my health now. I'm in a mild panic, so we left for the night since we're almost halfway done with the quest.
The next day, the world was back to normal.
My poppies for Penny grew up. Unfortunately and unexpectedly, my tree farm grew up, and now I can't see if I've watered my lower crops. That's annoying.
Angela rushed to water her hidden crops before heading to the mine to finish our help wanted quest. While I was killing it in the mines, I found a key box. I took a quick mine break to turn in eggs to the community center.
Where I proved Xavier wrong that we don't need a stack of 10 eggs because Papa Ape loves us. I finally joined Xavier at the mines. I got the 2-for-1 special. I did not order this, and my health is already slipping away from me. Slime 5 was a professional fighter. Meanwhile, Xavier very casually slayed his 7th slime with a surplus of health. Show off.
Hey now, my last slime did give me some trouble, so I gave him the people's elbow.
And then he abandoned me to go talk to Lewis of all people. Yes, my feelings are hurt. Slime 6 noticed I was dealing with abandonment issues and gave me a hug, which, although the thought was nice, hurt like hell.
What did I tell you about murder in the mines? Marriage lesson. Don't leave witnesses. 6's friend 7 watched in the corner while all this was going down and decided to take revenge, and he got it.
I left so we could both grieve in peace, and Bolt gave me the emotional support and validation only a dog can. He wagged his tail just because I gave him some good boy pats.
I was on the hunt for Lewis and now received the job. Hail Lewis.
I am forever scarred by the infamous failed Demetrius quest, and I don't want to have to suffer through 8 slimes for no reason. Like a good husband, Xavier was there.
Every move you make, every step you take, I'll be watching you, Lewis. Angela returned to the mines after a snack and found the floor that was just what she needed.
It's almost 3:30. I'm not sure what time Lewis's house closes, but I'm going to safely assume it's 5 p.m. like most of the shops, which means there's no time or health for funny business. Here's my assassination plan. First, I deal with the bodyguard. No hits taken. Unfortunately, one of the slimes saw me mid-kill.
What did I just tell you?
But there was nothing they could do. Luckily, he hadn't yet called for help, so after the bodyguard was taken out, it was just me and the whistleblower. Moving on to the first target, and I was nervous, which meant I played exactly like the chicken I am. After taking way too long because I know Lewis might not be available after 5 p.m., also this rock was the realist MVP, I moved on to the final slime. I skillfully maneuvered him to my knight in shining armor, the rock who graciously solved all my problems, and now I just had to find Lewis, who had given Xavier the brush off. Thank goodness, though, his house was still open, and we finished the help wanted mission. Quest complete. I've never had such a productive Monday in my life.
To celebrate our successful mission, we bought 2 backpack upgrades, and Angela crafted some tappers. Marriage lesson: decorate when your wife's asleep.
Day 37, and my star-spangled flowers were ready.
We need money. Our next goal is ducks. While I went to check on the price of a coop upgrade, Angela crafted 1 more chest and organized. During my outing, I learned 2 things. 1, it's Tuesday, and Robin isn't in. And 2, Robin and the girlies do aerobics, not Pilates. Saturdays. Frustrated at my lack of ducks, I cut down all the trees around me, and Bolt was trapped behind my special decorations and sold me out to Angela.
This is a dog health hazard. It has to go. I planted some replacement trees, and we caught Linus going through our chest and Abigail raiding our crop pots.
And I thought we were the weirdest villagers in town.
I don't know you. That's my chest. I picked up forage on the beach and then sold everything we didn't need so Xavier could have money for his ducks, and he cleaned up his hazardous trash pile. Day 38, and Xavier commissioned our bat cave while I received notice that tomorrow we would need to bring something for the luau. I dropped off a strawberry for Maru's birthday after watering the plants, and then I did some fishing while Xavier cleaned up the farm. I smelted some gold to end the night and got level 6 fishing.
After a quick cave check and watering of the plants, we took our gold mayonnaise to the luau. We said hi to some of the people we knew, blew the governor's socks off, threw in some night gold, and went to bed. It's Friday, so I checked the traveling cart and bought a rare seed.
There was a new help quest to kill 1 squid kid, and I apparently am addicted to earning money through these side quests. They don't require any inventory sacrifice. I convinced Xavier to join me, and we both headed off to the mines.
We enjoyed the luxury of 2 inventory bars while searching for the floating baby heads.
It took most of the day, but I found my squiddy boy first, before finding a second one for Xavier and keeping eyes on it until Xavier could come finish his quest.
2 pyromaniac babies slayed later, and the wizard was pleased with our sacrifice and gave us what all adults want: cold, hard cash.
Xavier was jealous that I got another ticket, but what can I say? I helped the people.
Day 41, and it was raining. Your tree is bleeding.
I don't want to say that I gave Xavier a quest addiction, but I will say this is the first time I've ever seen him go out of his way to get a quest.
This quest was both lucrative and would give me a ticket. So here we go. On the way to the mines, Angela sacrificed one of her precious purple mushrooms to the community center, and I found an infested floor, which would make clearing the Help Wanted quest a breeze.
I did my end of the week gifting, and Xavier found one of his newest favorite drops, a mystery key box.
I valiantly fought my 6th slime and recounted my tales of heroism to the mayor, and finally received my first ticket, which awarded me summer squash seeds.
I could no longer procrastinate going to the mines. Just breathe, it'll be okay, you can do it. Think of the money. I learned from my last red slime quest that being a chicken means you get to live longer. I never thought I'd be the kind of person to hit and run, but the mines change a girl. We had a brief interlude with some bats. Rude. I did not want to risk it with the big boy slime, so I reset the floor and finished the last 3 slimes for the cool price of all my sanity and most of my health.
Nice.
Oh, thank heavens.
Lewis was drinking during business hours while I was risking my life for the safety of Pelican Town. At least the pay was good.
I made some lightning rods while Angela tried to fish away the trauma. Then she sold some crops, so proud, and collapsed into bed. Money. More money. Life is good. This just shows it pays to be nice. The blueberries were finally done. This was the final crop we needed for the summer crop bundle. I waited for Clint to open, cracked open some geodes, and gave away anything I could to the museum. Angela turned in her blueberry and received a quality sprinkler.
I went inside the fishing shack for the first time, bought an iridium fishing rod, and changed my bobber, which Xavier loved when he saw.
It's a duck!
Isn't it cute?
Yeah, that's what I just said.
And then it was time to catch the crimson fish.
I bought another rare seed from the witch, cleaned up the bat cave. I'm Batman. And Angela did not have any crimson fish sightings.
It's Monday, day 43, and so far, this is without doubt the worst day of the run. I started out by making the new bait machine, which makes bait for specific fish.
I picked up another Help Wanted quest.
I'm so proud of you. People really do change. Alex wanted a pufferfish, and I just so happened to have caught 2 yesterday. So I very generously and lovingly gifted Xavier one and thought I'd try out the fish-specific bait with the other. Please let me recoup this cost.
I made a quick museum trip, little history buff that I am. Next I went to gather hardwood in the secret forest.
And I went to the beach for day 2 of trying to catch the crimson fish. I only caught 1 pufferfish with my special bait, so I'm exactly back where I started. Here's where the tragedy unfolds. I fished all day with no signs of the crimson fish, who I'm going to nickname Cram, until I finally saw one. I had been fishing all day for this. Finally, my dreams will come true. I got him on the line, we talked, we danced, we battled, until it was past my bedtime, and Papa Ape personally updated the game to pause time for me to catch this fish instead of passing out mid-reel like I have in the past.
Please, I'm just a girl. Living in a lonely world. Taking the midnight fish.
And yet, all of my efforts were for nothing. I had the world in my hands, and he swam away.
Please! Ah! No!
Send help.
No!
First pass out of the game for nothing.
Day 44, and I'm continuing my quest to catch the summer legendary fish. I watered my crops.
And I went to give Alex a pufferfish. I took another quest for 8 slimes and headed off to the mines.
Unfortunately, I was too distracted watching Xavier mine. You can't really blame me. And Cram took this opportunity to flounce by and leave me devastated.
Gave us the red slime quest.
Oh.
I was distracted and I was distracted.
I completed my quest and took a midnight jaunt to the forest.
I gave up fishing for the day, took the slime quest, and caught 5 slimes before heading to bed.
The next day, I collected the hardwood from the secret forest. Secret, secret, I've got a secret for you and me.
I went to the mines to finish my quest, mined a diamond because Xavier gets upset when I leave these on the floor, and proceeded through my quest. This juicy slime dropped a second diamond, and I finished my quest. My ticket-loving husband accepted another help-wanted quest to find some coal.
Angela had the brilliant idea to go to the ice floor and kill the mini fuzz for coal, and this sped up our hunt for coal tremendously. I raced to the museum while Angela went back to the beach to continue going after a fish that was playing hard to get.
Cram the crimson fish made another appearance and laughed in my face to remind me that I forgot to put on a fishing tackle. It turns out it doesn't matter if I had the tackle on, because Cram immediately came back to crush my dreams with a big fat middle finger. On the whole, I am seeing a lot more of Cram than I had several days ago, so at least I can try to catch him. On the way home from fishing, I just so happened to run into Clint, who had issued our coal quest.
I know, why, Clint, my man.
Wait, stalling.
You better hurry. You better hurry.
I'm stalling. No,
Take the mine carts.
no, stop him.
I'm trying.
No, he won't talk to you anymore. No,
Oh.
it's fine, just come home. Day 46, and it was time to buy the coop upgrade. We were slightly short on money for the coop, so I snagged a blueberry to make ends meet. Let me in.
I collected the rest of the blueberry harvest and then prepared to take down the crimson fish. I bought bait, I bought Tret soup, I forgot Xavier needed 10k for the coop, so I had to make some money.
I cashed in a ticket and was awarded with an orange sapling, all to learn that Robin had a doctor's appointment today. I contemplated throwing out all our money for a book from the bookseller before remembering I might be able to put in for a coop upgrade if I time it right when Robin goes back home for the day.
And I caught Cram the crimson fish.
Don't panic. Don't panic. Just don't panic. Don't panic. Don't
I'm
panic.
not panicking. You got it. I took Sebastian as a hostage to make sure Robin came home while Angela celebrated her big catch.
And Leah, who watched the momentous occasion, was so happy for me.
Look.
She's painting a picture of your success. I caught Robin on her way in and upgraded the coop. Today is the day when dreams come true. Don't be late to bed.
Oh, shoot. Thanks, love. I appreciate that. What have you done?
What? Oh no, looks like you got robbed.
What have you done?
You got robbed.
Why did you do this? This is so mean. Why is there trash
Oh
all over?
no, you got robbed, love. It could have been anyone. Maybe it was Linus.
Why did you do this?
Don't worry, I'll clean it up for you.
This is so sad. I don't like this.
I'll clean it up for you.
Where did you put my TV?
This is your TV. I just broke the screen, it looks like. What do we do? How do we fix it?
No ducks.
How dare you? Got him.
Day 47 and my squash was ready,
Robin stole an egg.
proving she's a girl's girl, good looking out, and thank you.
I angry drank some mayonnaise while Angela spread the love around town.
I made friends.
We accepted a help wanted quest for another squid kid, and they've learned their lesson, as I could not find a single one.
That's weird.
Dude, where are the children of the squid?
I also tried my luck in the mines and couldn't find any.
Come on, squid head.
Can I have your tickets?
No. Why do you want them? You're gonna ask for something right after you pranked me?
I feel like you're just gonna hoard them and not use them. So I feel like you should just give them to me so they'll at least get some use. Where are the squid children? Oh, that's not a squid kid, but I guess I'll get it for you.
Aw. I'll give you one ticket.
For getting you a mushroom?
Yeah.
Every mushroom I get a ticket.
No, just that one. because it was sweet.
Day 48, and I needed a win.
I went to the new trout derby, and Angela went to the mines for a few hours in hopes of filling the Squid Kid quest.
I failed and went to the trout derby with a broken heart.
I cashed in my new tickets.
I gave Demetrius the melon he requested, and Xavier walked into a horror film.
Those look like the Shining twins.
Fishing
Oh my god, there's so many
sisters.
people.
We're the famous fishing sisters.
Oh my god, this is terrifying.
We'll fish as many fish as we wish. Nah-ha, nah-ha.
Caroline said that I spoiled her, and you better believe it. Now I just want to spoil her 100 times more. Pierre better watch his back. Things got even creepier, but we just ignored this and did our best to catch some trout.
I got a tent for my first tag.
I went back to the farm at the end of the day and better prepared for the second day of the trout derby by making trout bait with the fish I caught today.
Oh, my fence is breaking. Oh no. Oh, they're about to be free range. Day 49, the fishing derby continued. We fished some more and tried not to get scared off by the unusual visitors and cashed in our tags for rewards.
Impressive. Oh, I got a dinosaur
The
egg.
dinosaur egg?
The game loves me.
I caught a dinosaur egg and went to make a baby dino. While minding my own business, I was falsely accused of excess hoarding.
Wait, what the heck?
What?
When did you put this in here?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
wait.
think that was me. Rude. 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 Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
Alright, I'd like to formally apologize.
Thank you.
Day 50, and it was raining.
Xavier was very unhappy about the fence that was breaking down and decided to let his chickies run buck wild. My trees, squash, and blueberries were ready.
We accepted a help wanted quest from Sebastian, but I don't think he actually wanted us to help him. The coop upgrade was finished, so it was time. 4 ducks. Mint Chip, TNT, and Zoro joined our little family. I kissed our extended family for the first time.
The game loves me today
Yeah.
because I hoed up an ancient doll,
An ancient doll! I told you!
which we needed for the community center. I tried very hard to give Sebastian his quartz, and he ran off while I wasn't looking. Let me help you!
I gave Demetrius a melon, and despite Angela waiting all day, I was able to give Sebastian his quartz first. Then I found a book while foraging and learned a new power.
We ended the night as I very thoughtfully made Xavier some mayonnaise machines for his new ducks, and then he viciously called me out.
Do you not feel bad if someone gives you something and you know you're not going to use it? Or you're just
Yeah.
like, thanks, nerd.
No, I feel bad.
Yeah, okay, but you feel bad anytime anyone gives you anything, no matter what.
Wow.
We are 50 days in. Let's take a hot second to check in. How are you doing? Would you like a bevy? Are you chocolate milk drunk yet?
In case you're not, here's where we stand so far. Our family has grown to include Bolt, TNT, Mint Chip, and Zoro, with the unexpected addition of Uncle Willie.
Perhaps it seems as though Bolt favors his father, but I'm not going down that easily.
So far, I have unexpectedly become addicted to help wanted quests. We're making decent progress toward completing the community center and our goals. So far, we've learned that murdering in tandem makes the heart grow fonder, don't leave witnesses, and SpongeBob makes you stronger.
Now is your last chance to place any new bets down in the comments below. We've got nap counts, we've got Taylor Swift references, and we've got hoarding.
You've got hoarding.
Winner gets a chocolate milk.
Day 51, and I collected some batteries from yesterday's storm.
Xavier checked the fruit bats,
I'm Batman.
and I was won over by our free-roaming chickies.
Look how cute this little one is. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
he's
so
following
cute.
you. He's like, hello.
He's so cute.
Hello.
Hi.
And you wanted them trapped.
Cute. Well, I don't want him to get lost.
Don't get lost. They're smart. I'll come back home at the end of the night. We left the farm together today to run some errands. I checked the help wanted, and Willie wanted a gold bar. Angela turned in some community center items while I hoed up another artifact, and we delivered the request gold bar to William. Wait, you got another thing? Got another ticket?
Nah.
I've done so many quests. Give me a ticket.
Maybe he'd give you a ticket if you didn't call him William. I upgraded my watering can and spent all of our money. Xavier donated his glass shards, and I bought a very expensive cake.
All my money's gone. All my money's gone. Every last little bit of money's gone.
Xavier hoed up broccoli, a new crop. Xavier turned a second tree into a book, and this one he gifted to me. We ended the night with Xavier lighting up our little world.
Day 52, and I'm living my best life as a duck dad. Quack, 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 quack.
It's Uncle Willie's birthday, so like a good niece, I brought him a gold bar. Xavier, the sneaky smart boy that he is, found a prize ticket.
Which I cashed in for a new item, Star Drop Tea.
Cast your votes now. Horde.
Or,
Oh,
it's just like the highest level of gift for whoever you give it to.
that's awesome.
Well, guess I should decide who to give it to. Let's see, who's my best friend right now? Demetrius? Alright, don't you?
Please don't do that. Please
Why?
don't do that.
Why?
Wait, because some people are hard to give, so wait until you're at the end and you need to like, level up the last couple people.
I could give it to him on his birthday though. I could give it to Willie on his birthday.
Don't give it to Willie. Don't give it to Willie.
Who do I
Just
give it
give
to?
him a gold bar. Just save it for a bit. Use it when you need it.
No, I need it now.
Oh, okay. Well then.
I
yeah,
need
Willie.
friendship now.
Then Willie's your man.
I'm a lonely man.
The next day, my watering can was ready. I woke up to lots of mail. Aww. George needed a hot pepper, so I thought I'd do my weekly gifting while I was out and about. Thus begins gifting montage.
I foraged while Angela putzed around in the mines and completed her first monster quest. I gave my best friend George a hot pepper.
I decided our shipping collection needed some help and began to sell a single item of each of what we had to fill this out. Day 54, and my shipment tab is beginning to fill.
I spent the morning ensuring our extended family felt at home, and Angela collected her final harvest of blueberries. I rescued the remaining geo items from the chest at Clint's, and then opened up my key boxes.
I tossed in another couple sets of crops for the shipment collection. Emily wanted a sweet pea, and giving people flowers is a love language to me, so I was more than happy to gift her a flower. Xavier cashed in a ticket from Emily for a new bed. Is this a sign? Although it was from Lewis. Regardless, it was quite the deal, and I smelted some gold bars.
I set up my new bed and then checked the witch. Angela tossed in a final batch of gold for the night before we all went to sleep, and Bolt had a bed to himself.
My heart! Look at all the things I've sold. Day 55, and the shipment tab is looking spicy. Mayonnaise was made, and Evelyn sent me a chocolate cake. The duckies grew up, and Xavier, for the first time, was blessed with the sight of his duckies swimming.
Right egg. Hold on. What? What?
Oh.
It jumped into the water! The best day ever continued as I collected batteries, chopped down some trees, and then commissioned our barn. Angela continued to sell our things one at a time, and I couldn't be more proud. I foraged around the world, found some leftover moss, and leveled up. Today is my day. Day 56, and I have never been happier to be a duck dad. It's nice to be fulfilling my true calling in life. Today I went window shopping at the traveling cart before getting my swing on in the secret forest.
We both went to the mines, after which I smelted some ore.
Much more personable than either of us would be in person, we went to the Midnight Jelly Festival and said hi to our neighbors.
And Caroline especially deserves to be wooed. This was a gentle way to end our second season on the farm. It's officially fall! And fall would be the best season of the year if it weren't for daylight savings. Fortunately, I don't face that trauma in this game, so I can enjoy my pumpkin lattes in peace.
Our bluegrass turned purple, and Angela prepped for a new batch of seeds, picked up her copper watering can, and a help wanted quest before shaking down Pierre for some seeds of the season. We both gave Pierre a topaz, and I earned my gopher trophy.
And someone may have gone about hoeing around on the beach. I decided I also wanted to put down some mixed seeds, so I spent the evening tossing those down as well. And Xavier kindly helped me like the loving husband he is.
As a loving spouse, I sold some mayonnaise to fund the shopping spree Angela went on. It's the second day of fall, and it's raining.
Xavier was financially rewarded for being a nice person and celebrated by checking the cave.
I'm Batman.
I checked the calendar and the help wanted quest and decided it's a girl's day.
Oh, Penny, you poor thing. Oh my god, my heart.
Who should I be friends with?
What is happening to the women in this town? After sobbing about Penny's reaction to a gift, we accepted a quest from our new community quest board. Thus begins Xavier's work to chop down trees while I attempt to catch the angler and some eels. Once it was eel time, I gave the angler a break to go catch our requested eels. And the game had my back as it gifted me a superpower.
I found a new door in the woods and immediately tried to break in. It didn't work.
The eels finally came out to party after 8 p.m., and I waited for Emily to safely get off work. I read up on how to be a tough girl, and then we went to bed.
Wow, going to the guest bed.
Day 59, and I immediately planted my new broccoli seeds. Some lady asked me for amaranth. Then I began watering, and Xavier began deforesting.
With our newly finished barn, I went to buy some animals and had the absolute best luck that Marnie was actually working today. We continued welcoming new animals onto our favorites farm, what we named Cow.
Oh, we should do Jake and Amy. We're so Jake and Amy.
True. After welcoming Jake, Amy, and Holt into our home, Angela dropped off some fish at the community center and then went back to catch the angler. I continued chopping trees and kept my promise to Emily for an eel that I got from my sweet little wife.
Xavier then gently threw some bait and bobbers my way so I could better convince the angler to let me adopt him. Come home with me. I have snacks.
She's not a serial killer or a kidnapper. Promise.
And it worked, you guys. Cue happy dance, and what a good day.
Day 60, and after quickly finishing the community board request, it was time to round out our 9-9 crew by welcoming Rosa.
Xavier cracked some key boxes and found treasure inside his treasure. I decided I wanted to catch the final fish for the community center and strategically waited outside Sam's house so I could give him his requested plum.
I found out I earned a ticket from the community quest board, super exciting, and checked out our cave for some fruit. I'm Batman.
By the end of the night, I caught the remaining shads I needed and finished our second room of the community center.
Day 61, and Robin gifted us a stone chest recipe for chopping down trees. Not sure what kind of mixed message she's trying to send, but okay.
I began watering my crops with my lovely copper watering can, and our coop was completed as we welcomed our baby dinosaur, X-Drake. I found out it just so happened to be Elliot's birthday, and as I was bringing him a present, I learned I also am gifted a ticket for completing the community quest boards. To the stash you go! I hoed up a little boat, which I put in my house. A train was passing through, so my trash-digging, hash-slinging husband went to go check it out.
Day 62, and we woke up to a lovely surprise of a iridium ball in our yard. My chickies bring all the ore to the yard. Unfortunately, my pickaxe couldn't break it, so I took my anger over to Clint and demanded an upgrade. Angela followed suit, which I really appreciated.
Jas said I smelled like grass, which is one of the best compliments I've ever received from a child. While I was ensuring the safety of a wandering child, Xavier made eyes at a girl.
No. Haley is not my type. Instead, I made sure to visit my best friend and gave him a leak.
I went fishing in the secret woods, and we called it a night.
Day 63 started out normal with morning chores. Penny needed a quartz, so I got eyes on the target while Angela got the goods.
Regretfully, I forgot to accept the quest first, and so my unusual gift left Penny wanting more.
Can we start the day over?
What? Can't believe this.
My bad, coach. I think I've seen this film before.
How dare you? Alright, take 2. Do. Water plants, pet chickies, accept quest, and we're off to the races.
Penny was much happier this time to receive the quartz, and Xavier cashed his ticket in for a My Little Pony book on the magic of friendship. I donated the row I fished up to the community center, and Xavier checked the witch.
And she had a tempting iridium bar, but it was out of our budget. I collected some hardwood, then went mining while Angela did some night fishing.
Happy Monday, and our tools were upgraded. Linus sent us a handwritten letter asking us to find his lost basket. I collected the tears of my trees, while Xavier made friends with our baby cows.
A new community quest board request was up, and we decided to go hunting for ectoplasm. I stopped by Clint's to pick up my upgraded pickaxe and crack some geodes. Whatever was new, I chucked into the museum, and then we started our hunt for ectoplasm, also known as the blood of ghosts.
And at the end of the night, I found our requested ectoplasm, and Xavier found Linus's basket. Those are the same. Day 65, it was raining, and my sunflowers were ready. Xavier checked the mushrooms and his cows.
Oh, I'm gonna need milk machines. I don't think I can make them yet. Angela.
while I turned in a dwarf scroll and went to collect blackberries.
I completed a community center bundle and Angela completed the wizard's ectoplasm quest. I immediately cashed in my ticket.
Xavier was gifted mega bombs, which he used for evil.
I hate Smelly It. I went to Smelt an Iridium Bar and was angry since Angela had all the coal. What's the wheelchair guy's name?
Your bestie?
What's his name?
What's your bestie's
Yeah,
name?
what's my bestie's name?
George. It's George.
I keep wanting to call him Charlie.
We woke up the next day to a new craftable from the wizard, the mini obelisk.
I made the rounds with all the animals, and after watering her crops, Angela and I took a mine quest to slay some slimes.
Xavier made a quick pit stop to say hi to his best friend. Q sped up Slime Quest. It took Xavier barely an hour. And it took me until 7:30 at night. I picked up my ectoplasm ticket and let Lewis know that he owed me big for doing another mine quest.
What the heck? Why do you have all those completed quests?
What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about all that money. I'm over here like, we need money for stuff. And you got probably like 5K just sitting in your inventory. This is ridiculous. I need a little treat.
After sating his anger with a little treat, we had cookies. We went to bed.
Day 67 and George wrote me a letter. I responded by giving him a thank you gift and Angela bought a house upgrade and did some gifting. We did some farm cleanup and Angela took down some of the big rocks and protected her trees.
The next day started with some egg collection and plant hydration. Xavier went to the museum to donate a dinosaur egg, and I checked the traveling cart for a squid ink for the community center. Xavier made a wild suggestion that Linus is Penny's father, and then teased me that my goal in life is to spoil wives. He's not wrong.
We went fishing together at the lake to fill a quest for carp, and I reached level 5 farming.
The next day, Xavier received a help quest that would grant him a ticket. You already know, whatever it is, he's doing it. Xavier needed a sardine, and I enabled his ticket addiction by sharing my sardines with him because it made him happy.
My prize ticket earned me a new hat. I swung by George's to show it off, and went home to cut down some trees and make some mushroom stumps.
Day 70, and my house was bigger. I went outside to collect my pumpkins, bought more pumpkin seeds, picked up a help quest, and replanted my crop, while Xavier foraged on the beach. Xavier updated his bobber, and we fished together on the beach.
Uncle Willie joined us, and we had a family fishing fest until it was time to go back home and go to bed. Unfortunately, we lost the video for the rest of fall, so welcome to winter.
It's day 85, and we are heading into the last few days of the challenge. I chased down a small furry shadow, hoping to adopt a second dog, and instead found a magnifying glass so I wouldn't make the same mistake in the future.
Angela found another ticket before signing me up to gift all my eggs to Gus. I'm too busy trying to be friends with George.
I continued passing out flowers, because everyone deserves flowers all the time. Then, I went to the mines to fill a quest for 2 ghosts. While I'm there, I was hoping to find a squid kid that would gift us the squid ink we need for the community center. Xavier checked the bat cave.
I'm Batman.
And I found my 2 ghosts and 1 pyro baby, which is the new and improved version of Nepo babies. But when I robbed him, he had no squid ink, just like a regular Nepo baby.
Don't mind me, I'm just chopping down trees to try to get level 10 foraging. Day 86, while I collected eggs for Gus, Angela visited the wizard to politely ask him to pay her for completing the ghost quest. I waited for Marnie to open up so I could buy heaters, and she wasn't working, as usual. I snuck into her room to tell her to go to work. My ducks are shivering. Abigail wanted a topaz, and George accepted my precious duck egg as a token of our friendship.
I decided to try to catch the glacier fish, and it only took me 2 tries to adopt Gale, the glacier fish. Xavier brought me a topaz so we could fill Abigail's quest, and she doesn't allow boys in her room, so Xavier stood outside and watched as I filled the quest he brought me the topaz for. Karma instantly came to me in the form of Marnie, who I accidentally said hello to, and completed the Getting to Know You quest. I went night fishing for a squid, and Xavier stopped by Robin's to see what it would take to build a fish pond so we can get the squid ink.
I finished another room at the community center by submitting the winter forageables. All we need to finish the community center is money. 100 wheat, which is just money, 1 nautilus shell, and 1 squid ink.
Day 87, and Xavier hooked up a new power. He must have been really excited because he forgot we were saving eggs for Gus and turned his daily egg haul into mayonnaise. I returned Linus's basket, and Xavier finally chased down Marnie for some heaters to keep his little babies toasty.
These chests are getting out of control. I commissioned our fish pond while Angela fished.
Since the Junimos were kind enough to unlock the quarry for us, Xavier went over to investigate.
And the Junimos must have been happy I checked on their gift so soon, because they gifted me a prismatic shard. I made a quick pit stop to get my golden scythe.
I didn't realize there was a shortcut for the way out. And I caught the ice pip, and we called it a day.
Day 88, and I continued sacrificing my mayonnaise profit for Gus.
While Xavier donated a couple items to the museum, I snagged a nautilus shell to complete a bundle.
Down to the final 3.
My wine was ready, so I threw some blueberries in to have a good time. Xavier cracked some geodes, and then we did some winter night quarry checking and fishing.
Money! It's Friday, so I checked the traveling cart for squid ink. No luck.
We aren't picky. We'll take an ink any way we can get it. Mines, murder, a witch.
Angela spent my hard-earned cheese money on the vault room, and now all we need is squid ink and 100 wheat.
Xavier checked the bat cave. Moving on. I'm at level 9 farming and fishing, but it's winter, meaning if I want to get one skill to level 10, it's going to be through fishing. This is the first day the desert is open, and it's decent luck. So after morning chores and rehoming our squid, we grabbed our rainbow stones and headed off. Aww. The game granted us 2 killer swords, and we set to work.
We want as much iridium ore as possible, and for some reason, Angela thought grapes was a good mine food. What are you doing, silly goose? My prismatic shard found its way back to me, and Angela found a book and then passed out. That's dangerous.
Day 91, it's good luck, and we learned how to make plum pudding. I spent the morning reading, while Xavier greeted his foul family and collected the last of his eggs he needed for Gus's quest. I gifted Caroline a flower for her birthday, and then went to the desert to gift Sandy a flower for the first time.
I egged Gus and got a cow plushie for it, then went foraging because I want level 10.
Day 92, we almost forgot to start recording again.
But it's time to grind trees.
I went to the mines and walked face first into an infested floor. Oh, but I did get a lucky ring from a special slime.
You think that's cool? I wasn't even at the mines and I got another prismatic shard. Yeah. Oh my god.
That's the 3rd one you found. The game loves you.
Kinda killing it. Give me level 10. It's day 93 and it's time for a new community quest. We decided to fish up trash.
I checked up on our squid, and they had invited a friend over, so now there's 2 squids and no ink. Xavier went to crack open geodes, and I surprised him because I became a dinosaur.
Oh, another room. Alright.
Wait, look at me.
What the?
I'm a dinosaur. I'm a dinosaur. Look, I'm a dinosaur. Look. Roar. Roar.
Is that why you needed the dinosaur egg?
Yes! That's why I needed the dinosaur egg. I'm a dinosaur. Look, I'm a dinosaur.
Hold on, let me enhance.
Roar. Look at my tail. I have a tail. I have a tail.
You're hilarious.
I have a tail. Look at it wags.
You're hilarious.
I saw you could do this on TikTok and have been dying for the chance to surprise Xavier ever since. Now you know the real reason I was grinding it out in the mines. To get cloth from the mummies so that I could become a dinosaur. Roar. Best day ever.
Angela fished up trash as per Linus's request, while I found another prismatic shard. I have found more prismatic shards in this run-through than I have in any other run-through we've played combined.
Xavier took up the trash I fished up to Linus, and we completed another community quest. Day 94, Gunther thanked Xavier for his contributions to the museum, and I went off to gift people. I want to be friends with everyone, so it's time to make the rounds. Xavier also went to spend time with friends and gifted George a mayonnaise.
I cashed in my ticket from Linus for some Omni Geodes and went to see Kroby for the first time.
Nice.
Butterfly powder?
Why would he name it something so cute?
That's hilarious.
You're Thanos dusting your pets?
I went back to try to get level 10 foraging, and Angela ended the night by giving a birthday present to Sebastian. Day 95, and Angela continued to make her friends with the neighbors.
I'm a dinosaur! Rawr. Xavier took a quest to give Pierre a largemouth bass and bought the wheat flour we needed for the community center.
We are so close. All we need is one squid ink.
Xavier cashed in his ticket for some kegs, went to forage, and he seems to be getting a bit nervous about whether he'll reach level 10 in time.
Although I did happen to find an ancient seat.
I went to catch the mutant carp, then a squid to convince our little babies to bring Mama some ink.
Day 96 and we still have no ink, but our squiddies are talking to us, so that's promising.
Our neighbors were flattered from all the help I've been giving them, so they all decided to be our friends. This massively boosted our friendships.
And now I'm besties with George. The Squid Festival began today, so Angela bought me a fancy new rod since my fishing level was too low to grant me access to that sweet, sweet iridium rod.
Xavier took a quick fishing break to check on the traveling cart for our missing squid ink. No luck. Then we both continued on our squid search. Unlike the trout derby, there are no tickets, and as long as we catch a squid, it counts as progress towards earning a reward, which I like better.
After catching 5 squids each and cashing in for the first 3 rewards, Angela better prepared for the second and last day of the Squid Festival by making squid bait.
I split the bait between us while Xavier sacrificed his squids to our pond to hopefully speedrun a squid ink. Level up, nice. Day 97, we were super popular after our friendship boost and received lots of mail.
And we got the squid ink. We have 3 more days left of our challenge, so we were cutting it close, but we finished the community center.
I ran that bad boy up to the community center before asking if Xavier wanted to join me in turning in our final bundle. He made his way over and we finished the community center.
We went back to the beach and were speedrunning the squid fishing with our special bait. We caught enough squid to get all 4 rewards and got a new power, giving Angela FOMO for missing out yesterday's level 4 reward.
I celebrated our success by purchasing some recipes from Gus. I'm a dinosaur! Rawr! I tossed in our desert iridium to cook while Xavier panic foraged. We saw a possum again, and I hit level 10 fishing. Day 98. I don't want to brag, but I'm a hero. Xavier was feeling the pressure to hit level 10 foraging. I bought a shed to motivate me to organize our chaotic storage system, and Xavier had a full load of fruit at the Batcave.
I'm Batman.
It's Harvey's birthday, so I spent all day waiting to give him a coffee. This is the worst.
I went to the desert to forage more since I'd already taken out almost everything in Pelican Town. Once I was finished, Pam asked for a ruby, so I shuttled a couple over for us to fill out the Help Wanted quest. Good morning, it's day 99 and time's a ticking. I am a forage machine.
I fed our squids and decided to celebrate coming to the end of the 100 days by accepting the rewards for all the quests I've done so far. I also took my saved tickets and a bunch of gifts and went to town. Literally. I'm way closer to full hearts now with both the Help Quest and Community Center achievements, forcing everyone to like us.
It's Monday, which means there's a new community quest.
Xavier signed me up to fish without even asking.
I have very important things to worry about. I'm not sure I'll be hitting level 10 foraging.
You could go to Ginger Island and forage.
Alright, bring me 5 batteries, 200 hardwood, and all the iridium bars we've got. Stat.
And then we had date night at the night market. I went fishing while Xavier went to the mermaid show, and we both passed out. Day 100, Xavier is on a mission to get level 10 foraging.
Everything I chop could be it. Oh. This one could be it. Oh. It's time for Ginger Island.
While Xavier cut down coconut trees, I began reforesting in our greenhouse. Xavier found a foraging book, and our shed was finished, so I started slowly moving things over while Xavier moved on to cut down the trees at the quarry. I sacrificed a few of my tapped trees for Xavier, hoping that might tip him over.
I was still short. I read the forage book that I had forgotten about, but I still wasn't level 10. I sacrificed my mushroom trees until it was too late. It didn't pop up? Oh my god.
You did! You got what you wanted!
I can't believe it. Why didn't it pop up? This game just trolled the hell out of me. In 100 days, we both got 1 skill to level 10, and we finished the entire community center.
We both have at least one best friend, and our family has grown tremendously.
For those who like betting, here are the final numbers for our run.
This 100 days can be summed up to Xavier was Batman.
I'm Batman.
And I was a dinosaur. Rawr! Thank you so much for watching. This was quite an ambitious project.
You bit off more than you could chew.
But I'm glad we could share it with you. If you have any fabulous names to add to our favorites farm,
And if there's anything you'd like to see in the next 100 days video, you can put it down in the comments for us to see. Thanks for hanging with us.
we hope you have the best day.
And nap well.